You're watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.
Adam Marburger here, your host of Training Camp, exclusively on CBT News. It's a beautiful day to help a dealer enhance their F&I operations, and I'm here to do just that. You've heard the saying before that the sales manager is the F&I manager's best friend. Today is all about you, sales managers. See, in the past, I spend most of my time talking about the finance department, but at the end of the day, the sales desk is the architect of the transaction. See, you're the architect. The F&I department, we're the finished carpenter. So we have to build relationships. We have to row in the same direction. We have to serve each other. I'm going to tell you a story. See, growing up, I worked with, in my opinion, the best desk guy on the planet. His name's Pete. I'm not going to say his last name. I don't want to out him. Maybe you're watching Pete. But I worked with a guy by the name of Pete who was the absolute best desk guy on the planet. He didn't necessarily love going out and talking to customers. He didn't necessarily love some of the aspects of the manager role, but he sure knew how to stick a deal. I was able to identify that very early, and how I used that to create an advantage, not just for myself, but for the entire dealership, was this. I learned the fundamentals of servant leadership and how servant leadership can not only help you make more money, but it increases the culture and the unity within the store. So what I would do every single morning with Pete was this. I would sit down and I'd say, hey Pete, what you got working? What can I help you with? What needs to get bought that you haven't got bought? Do you have any deliveries coming in today that I can have prepped and ready to go? Hey, it looks like your plate's full, Pete, this morning. Go ahead and give me your callbacks. I'll make the manager callbacks for you. Oh, Pete, by the way, do you need to get out of here today? Do you need to run to lunch, go to the bank, run? You need to go. If you need to get out of here today, brother, I'll sit your desk for you. So I learned over time. See, at the beginning, years ago, when I started doing that with Pete, Pete would be like, what's your motive here, dude? And the reality was this. The motive was nothing more, nothing less, that I wanted to increase and enhance communication. Because Pete didn't know this, but he was my best friend. Pete was my best friend. And the finance department does not spend enough time appreciating our sales staff, appreciating our sales manager. We're quick to complain about a cash deal. We're quick to complain about a lease buy-sell deal. But we're not quick to get out of our own way to sit down and really get to know our desk and serve our desk and be willing to facilitate transactions with your desk. Here's what I recommend you do. Start today. Write this down. If you're a dealer watching this or a GM watching this, if you're a sales manager watching this, an F&I manager watching this, write this down. The sales manager is the F&I manager's best friend. This is a relationship right here that needs to continually need to be fostered and built upon. You guys should have each other's backs. Now, here's the one thing. If you do this, you want to own the relationship with your sales department. Whenever your Pete allows you to do some manager callbacks, you sit down as an F&I person or an F&I professional, forgive me, and you pick up the phone and you call customers on behalf of your sales department and you get customers back in, you end up putting deals together, you start helping them close deals, that's going to pay you dividends, you and your family dividends for the remainder of your career working with that individual. So here's what I want to say. We need to bridge the gap between F&I and sales. We do the same thing. We sell cars. I say it over and over again, from porter to dealer principal. If you're not selling cars or servicing cars, we're out of business. So I challenge all of us in this industry. Let's bridge the gap between the sales desk and the F&I desk. Let's bring it closer together. Let's row in the same direction. We have the same common goal. And if we can have that mindset, we're going to make more money and we're going to help more people. So I'll say this one more time. Your sales manager is the F&I manager's best friend. Never forget that. Thanks for hanging out with us today in Training Camp. Hope to see you back real soon, hosted exclusively on CBT News.
Thanks for watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.